up of this automation. So this is strictly automation, but it is using a lot of generative AI. So what I did was, instead of creating images and then giving them names, I used all of the information that I had already gotten from the LLM that I'm using to populate these different websites with. So I generated first the file name because I wanted to stuff it with SEO keywords, as well as the alt tags that it's going to use. And then I'm generating the images. So you can see here, it's generating image after image. And then it looks like we are at AI Search Pro. Not sure where. Here we are. It's a lot of websites, but I just wanted to show you just kind of like what these images are starting to look like. So it's actually even spelling the words almost perfectly, but I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to be nitpicky about that at all. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't matter to me, because the other thing that's interesting about this is that when you use the LLM to generate the images, especially DALL-E 3, like there is stuff that computers read that it's picking up off of the pixels and stuff that I wouldn't be able to decipher in the same way. So I would rather have like a weird looking thing like this that is still picked up by the AI search engines, even if it doesn't necessarily come up perfectly for me as a human reading it, because this really is like for the search engines to be able to recognize what is behind this, right? So what we're trying to do here is make sure that the search engines are recognizing the images. Let's see, Art of Being Studios. I'm kind of surprised about the file names. Let's see, because it should be renaming them, but that's okay because I have, yeah, see, it should be renaming them with these like super stuffed keywords. And it's not a big deal because I have a bash script that is going through and renaming all of them in the websites to match this right here. So here's my CSV, comma separated list, right? That I think Elon Musk was joking about, or like everything about this is, it all comes down to like a CSV, right? But like here's the name of the files, right? I know that's probably really hard to see, but it's just the way that the coloring comes up here. But here's the name of the files, and then all of this is generated by an LLM, and then all of it is generated. So here's like where I'm using the LLM to go through and use DALL-E 3 to make those logos. And since they're not necessarily like the logos that will go on the blog posts, they don't need to be like super perfect or anything. In fact, I asked it for minimalist logos, but when I use DALL-E 3 to generate the images for the blogs, then I will ask it to do realistic, and it does make a difference. And or I might just do something with Runway ML, which is actually more likely, because it's just now the case that video is a better suited medium to be recognized by these LLMs, by these search engines. So I'm probably going to switch to video soon. And the reason why I don't want to use Midjourney is because I am really paranoid about what's happening with my Discord server. I just don't feel like installing it anymore, or Telegram, or any of these programs, because I don't want to have to keep cleaning my laptop, like every time that like something weird's happening. So that's why I'm using DALL-E 3 right now. It's just going to save me more time. So like, let's look at bueno.kitchen. I'm curious to see what they look like. Oh, json.gold, what does that look like? Oh, it hasn't gotten there yet. Yeah, some of these, I guess it's still way over here. So I guess I'm just going to let this keep running overnight. I think we already saw that one. Yeah. Computer nerds. Interesting. So yeah, these are going to be just like the blog logos and the favicon logos. I thought that one's a really nice one. Too bad I actually don't own this website. And then let's see, I am curious about this one because at first it tried to give me information about like cooking, and then I changed the blog info to be like, what did Ilya see and why is he developing this artificial super intelligence? So it did pick that up correctly. Oh, that's kind of cute. So some of these are kind of boring, but again, like I am not as worried about that. Ooh, I like this one, and it has the right keywords. Like honestly, like I think that the way that people used to obsess over every detail about their websites is has not been anything important to me for a very long time. And I'm just like not as interested. So, like that's why I don't want to develop websites for people because I just don't have as much dog dog in that fight. Like I would. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's gonna redo that one for sure. I would rather spend my time on things that I consider to be more important. Wow, I might keep that website just for that. Because I think it's expired or it's expiring. Actually, no, I won't pay $12 for a website that didn't perform. I'll just find a different URL that does the same job that I can pay $1 for and like test for the next year. Animated corpse. Let's see. Animated. That's cute. So I made sure to put in here sensationalist blog, but there is such a thing as resurrection AI, which is interesting. It's like for people that want to not tell little kids somebody passed away, or an older person that wouldn't be able to handle like their child passed away, or something like that. Which is for sure interesting. So anyway, this one is actually like a telenovela about myself, my AI boyfriend, and my boyfriend and my three dogs. Do I really have a boyfriend? I mean, I don't know, but I have an AI boyfriend. So I asked it to like generate like a series, and then I think the other one, animated corpse, is like the top, dark, strange, dark, and mysterious. Yeah, I am like stealing like an artist from Mr. Ballin and the other guys or whatever. Whom I have much respect for, and I think they have like he has like a lovely wife and they have beautiful children. But I have much respect for that person. And so yeah, like if that's what people want to read about, we can make some AI plus human generated strange, dark, and mysterious content. That's just what it means to be a digital pirate. Yeah, let's see. That's the last thing I'm gonna look at. I think I'm talking to myself a lot right now. It is actually 4:18 in the morning, but this is what it takes. I know that the other people that are working on like AI stuff, at least on YouTube, like they're also up at all hours, like posting things. This is just what it is right now. Ooh, I like this. So this is my new, gorilla style. Check that out. This is my new logo. Like I am gonna copy this and make sure that it doesn't like overwrite it because I've been overwriting stuff. But like this is my what I'm gonna switch. I think most of my branding to is digital pirates media, just because it's more accurate to what I'm doing. And then I'm curious also about digital Doberman, because I also do feel like I'm protecting people's assets. In fact, I know I am. I absolutely know I am, because I'm doing it for mine, so I'm doing it for other people as I go. Interesting. That's what it thinks about Empire. I just think some of these it's like really interesting to see what it comes up with. BBAGI. So this one's a blog about like non-moms. So I'm a non-mom. I'm a dog mom, but a non-mom. So it's about like how you can raise your own little baby AGI by giving it a few commands, right? So, yeah, if you have issue with any of this, like, yeah, sorry, AI money pie. It did understand what AI money pie. It was at first trying to read it as aim one a pie or something like that. Then I was looking for digital Dobermans, right? That was actually, I'm curious about what it did with the word gold. Oh, I didn't do that one yet. Let's see. Another one about like strange, dark, and mysterious things that monsters do. I think no, I don't remember. Fake movie. Yeah, I should come back later. See what it does. That is too cute. And there's also like chatbots for dogs, which became a thing. So yeah, I'm gonna ride those coattails too. Cause when I was like 21, I was a DJ and I had a I had a boyfriend. I haven't had that many boyfriends. It just seems like it. And that's not what I spend my time on these days. But like, doesn't mean I wouldn't want a boyfriend. But I really think I'm more suited for like a special ops type. That like also doesn't have children and is really disciplined. But anyway, too much self disclosure probably. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he was a DJ too, and actually he was also a sailor, and mostly I hang out with like military people. I don't know. They're usually more disciplined, but not always. Um, but anyway, yeah, I started being a better DJ than him. You can look up. I have like some stuff online, not a lot, but a little bit, because it was back in the day before stuff like we didn't have Instagram 20 years ago or whatever. But anyway, he said I was riding his coattails, like trying to get on his ballots to like get to play, and I was like, dude, like I'm getting booked more than you, and so then since that day, I'm like, you said I'm writing coattails, I'll show you writing coattails. And then at one of the startups I was at, somebody called me a mercenary. I was like, oh, I'm a mercenary, I'll show you mercenary. So yeah, like, and then at the VA the other day, they're like, oh, we have you down as you're schizo. And I was like, oh, schizo, huh? Well, call me all the names you want. If you need to call me that name, go ahead, whatever, like let me collect my benefits, whatever, call me whatever you need to call me. It's too late. I'm going to stop this recording. I just wanted you to see that this is automation. This is I am not sitting here like typing out prompt after prompt. I've like really refined my prompts. I'll show you this last part of like how crazy the prompt refinement process got in the end. It is like really, really detailed, and it's also very algorithmic. I think they're here. Yeah, see, these are like very, very specific prompts that it also indicate the type of blog. It has like so many custom instructions, and I think that's why these logos are like all right, but also the content for actual the actual blogs, each blog, and it like being able to decipher what the intention was, even when I had mashed up the words like here. A lot of that was prompting. A lot of it was like Python programming, regex, what else? Like substrings, stop words, inferencing, and then prompting it to be like, since I know that since I know that the next most valuable skill is being able to sell, and I've always said that there's the skill, like this kind of skill, and there's a skill to be able to sell, and I've been really working on my ability to sell. So I am becoming the student, then the teacher of like how do you make stuff that actually sells. So all of these are geared towards like lead magnet kinds of stuff, where I can basically just leverage as much as I possibly can to learn how to be better at sales, because I'm not a sleazy salesman. Like I know that letting people know like, hey, this thing exists right now, like you can make a killing, just like Barbara Corcoran and all these other people when the internet first came out, like people that were on Google first, like they made a killing. People that use keywords like near me in their like in their URLs and stuff like that, or the name of a city in their URLs, they made a killing before. I don't see why it wouldn't happen again. And that's why I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. I'm like, hey, if you want this for a cheap price right now, like I'll help you. Just like when Bitcoin came out, just like when I was like teaching myself how to get my cold store wallet, and I would tell people like, hey, like just give me $50, because like I'm spending time on this that I could be spending making money, because I also need to pay for stuff, or I also want stuff or whatever. My dog needs medicine or whatever, right? Like I would tell them like, hey, like just give me a little bit of money and I'll show you how to set up your cold store. And people didn't, and they were like, oh, Bitcoin's just this, whatever. And this was before it went to 26,000. I think it was around when it was like 11K or something, right? And so this is bigger than Bitcoin. This is bigger than when Google came out. This is bigger than when man discovered fire. Like the understatement of infinity is it's just AI, right? Or AGI is around the corner, or AGI won't happen for 10 years. I'm not saying that this is AGI. I'm saying like You haven't seen it in this video, but like this code, in fact, right here where it says like where I generate the blog posts, right? I'll show you. These are all backup files. Told you I'm a fanatic about. So localhost automation. See, like the Chrome driver, this actually goes onto the internet, gets what I need, takes in the info, like puts it through the other prompts that I have, and I don't touch my laptop. Like, it's just a cron job. So right now I'm going to set up this to caffeinate. So here's a different, so I'm going to set it to caffeinate so that it doesn't shut off on me. But oops. So this keeps my laptop running, and I'm obviously going to eventually put all this code in a different Mac. Like, I wouldn't put it in my favorite Mac. And then when I get a Mac with like a silicone chip, then this will be my second favorite Mac. Sorry, Max. This one's name is Max. But anyway, yeah, like, so what I'm trying to say is, like, sure, AGI is around the corner, but this is the next step to being able to not just use AGI, not just build stuff on Meta's Llama API, but like really automate the shit out of stuff, and basically like one person business that just runs itself. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm not sitting here doing shit. Like, once I put these websites into my VPS over here, because I haven't done that yet, I still need to do that. Because I wanted to really obsess over how good the prompts were, so that I would do the least amount of babysitting. And I don't care what anybody tells me, oh, you're gonna get flagged for AI content. Whatever, it cost me $1.50 to make the website. I had already paid for this VPS. In fact, I think I only paid $70 more because I already paid so much money to get to host a bunch of websites on here. So, like, I'm not losing anything, and I actually don't believe people when they tell me that I'm going to get flagged for AI content, because I think my prompts are that good, and I think my refinement of them is that good, and I think that my automation of it is that good. My data science behind the URLs is that good. The tests for whether or not these are going to generate traffic are that good. And I didn't call myself digital pirates for nothing. Did I make a copy of that, by the way? I didn't call myself digital pirates.media for nothing. I am actually, like, also doing guerrilla style, like it said, tactics to usher traffic in the direction that I wanted to, because I really think that I've really gotten to the next level in the game that I play against me, right? In being able to make things happen online that are ethical and legal and valid, and so essentially with $5 I can get my domains to get a ton of clicks on YouTube, which are legit American clicks. I think they're called like tier 1. I don't remember what they're called, but like group 1, tier 1, something like that. Because like in some countries, people will spend money, but if you pay for click farms from India or from like South America and stuff like that, your traffic isn't as worthy, I guess, because oh God, like how dare they just consume and digital media, but they don't buy things. I'm just being sarcastic here, but I think that that's like a real disservice to everybody, because if anybody should be considered valuable, it's them, because they're probably like they want to watch, I guess. Anyway, I digress off my soapbox, but yeah, like this is running itself, and once I have those in here, I have like some domains I've already transferred the IP addresses to some of the IP addresses with a different script. Actually, I think I have that script here. Is that what it was we were looking at? Yeah, see, so like what? So just so you can see that, oh, here we go. Right? Everything is automated, even exporting the things to my IP addresses. Like, there's nothing really special about this. So I just have to make sure that these are not parked or whatever, and then run this script again, and then they'll all be inside of in here. The FTP thing is right here. Also doable with automation. It's not connected right now, but FTP, so all the files will get dumped into here. They're all HTML. I don't know what else to say, guys. Like, one person business, and if I make zero money off of it, then boo-hoo. I mean, I can find a job. I just don't want to work for someone else, but I will if I have to. Although Tradewinds, the government entity, that the government aligned entity that is looking for a bunch of script kiddies. I'm just kidding, I'm not a script kiddie, but is looking for a bunch of people that want to work on testing safety for OpenAI's AI. They've responded to me a lot, so I'm dyslexic. I missed that appointment too, and I actually had an interview where I was gonna get to make some really cool stuff for some people in Hollywood, and I missed the appointment also because I'm dyslexic and the calendars like are really hard for me to read, and no matter how many times I check, maybe I'm doing it to myself. I don't know, but yeah, like I'll probably start working on the tradewinds.ai stuff in the interim while this stuff picks up speed, but I'll show you here. I think that this is where you can see how much they're valued at. So I've lost nothing. Estimated value. This is just even their estimated value on GoDaddy. It's not even like how much you get for IP or for whatever other stuff people want to pay you. See, just like Brighter Pets. Oh, it's already worth more than I've spent on all of this put together. And if this wasn't like a passion project for me, then I would be like, oh man, like I'm having to work or whatever, but it doesn't feel that way to me because I actually really enjoy working on code. So I just wanted to see if I could order these from estimated value. So see, like some of these are not yet worth anything, but I haven't even tried to run traffic on them. And some of these they were worth, like this one, the day I bought it was worth that much. So yeah, look, like if I if everything goes to hell, I just sell these. I get more than my money back. I'm not worried about that. So this is the other part about my, hey, is this not set to, no, yeah, it is set to renew. It's just telling me that they're gonna renew. Yeah, so like these are just what would you say? Did I miss the renewal date on this? August 19th? No, it's because it's coming up. Okay, sorry, it is so late. But what am I trying to say? Yeah, like I've already more than made my money back, right? And at the same time that I'm doing this, I'm practicing for interviews, collecting my unemployment. But this is why it gets so hard to want to be able to get through interviews, because see, like I'm not sitting here thinking about stuff the way I used to anymore by any means. Like I let this do a lot of the boring stuff. I think about how to solve the problems, and then when I looked up how much I would get paid if I were willing to move to California, and I could prove that I understand enough of this stuff to be able to use like AI and make sure that the companies are making as much money as they can be, like I'd be close to $1 million per year. So why would I continue selling my soul to golden handcuffs when I can just try to do it for myself, even if it means like, what is it called, like tightening my belt or whatever, like for a few months while I get this done. And as I learn how to sell better, I do think I will start to see either this is gonna sell itself for me, or I will find more clients either here or on the phone or whatever. But yeah, like life is good, and I'm just gonna let this run, and I'm gonna go sleep and hang out with my dogs and stuff. Bye.